Despite the fact that they may not make an effort to fit in, INFJs have certain attributes that make them appealing to others. This explains why they blend in well everywhere. Does this, however, imply that they can totally identify with and ingest the group's values? Here are 10 explanations for why a true INFJ can fit in any place, but never completely. Number 10. Though aware of social expectations, they do not follow them. Yes, INFJs are aware of the social norms that exist today. Additionally, they are aware of why people follow them and have no trouble appreciating it. Because of their ability to pretend to follow the norms that other people also follow for professionalism and harmony, they can blend in with any group when necessary. It won't be impossible for them just because they don't want to live up to absurd or useless expectations. The INFJ makes a deliberate decision not to fit in, especially when doing so would violate their limits and subvert their ideals. They can fit into sizable groups that have the same values as long as conformity is safe, but not for too long. Number 9, they excel at picking up on human nature, but not the other way around. INFJs have never experienced being reciprocated for their curiosity in other people's viewpoints and attitudes. Always, it is the INFJ who seeks to understand others rather than others seeking to understand the INFJ. Most individuals are too focused on themselves and lack the energy to delve into the depths of others. They don't care to listen to others and enjoy chatting about their hobbies, lifestyles, and personal experiences. INFJs, on the other hand, are perceptive and adept at observing people. By monitoring their actions, expressions, and reactions, they can ascertain their personalities. They even pay attention to the little things, including remembering their friends' nicknames, birthdays, and nuanced details that most people would easily overlook. It's not because their entire world is focused on their interpersonal interactions. Rather, it's just that they enjoy learning about the world. They can therefore blend in with any group, but never completely. Does it bother you as an INFJ when individuals can't share your curiosity? Number 8, they are aware of the shared values of the group. With their intense curiosity and fascination for different viewpoints, INFJs have no trouble picking up on what other people find fascinating to discuss. When necessary, they can simply start conversations that pique the attention of particular individuals, only as necessary. INFJs are aware that they must develop interpersonal skills in order to live in this environment. They must be able to communicate and interact with people of different personality kinds, regardless of how contradictory their stances are. It's because neither they nor anyone else in the world are the center of the universe. The key is that they won't mind interacting and speaking with various people who have various standards, the ideals and ways of life, as long as they preserve a civil, courteous, and professional atmosphere. They may blend in wherever they are needed. Number 7, they possess confidence and emotional detachment. Self-assured, emotionally stable INFJs have little issue making small talk with strangers. They won't give a damn what other people think. That's the problem. They have attained self-actualization and are no longer sensitive to other people's opinions since they realize that how others see them does not and will never determine their value. They hold that acceptance, validation, and approval ought to originate internally rather than from external sources like society. They no longer have to worry about standing out in a group because they can simply fit in. They aren't worried about what their coworkers and colleagues will think of them, which allows them to present themselves with confidence in professional settings. But that doesn't necessarily imply that they can feel completely at ease there. In reality, the INFJ needs a lot from a person before they feel at ease and free. Does being emotionally distant and self-assured help an INFJ feel more confident? Number 6, they are aware of when to blend in. INFJs can blend in any place, but they never do so completely since they only do it when necessary and at the appropriate time. Instead of being forced to fit in, they make sure it's a place they want to be. They trust their intuition and would act right away if it told them to stay away from a particular group of people. Similar to this, if a person's gut instinct supports their decision to communicate or collaborate with a certain group, they won't hesitate. INFJs opt to engage in social interaction because they genuinely want to. It implies that they see promise in the friendship. They might not recognize the good in others or doubt their ability to keep the circle in harmony. Number 5, they have no trouble accepting the various viewpoints of others. INFJs can nevertheless appreciate the existence and significance of others even when they operate on a different frequency. Similarly, just because they have viewed things from various angles does not render their viewpoint wrong. Because of this, they can blend in with any group without completely adopting its norms. They can be receptive to new concepts without necessarily agreeing with them. These logical beings think they don't have to do anything that goes against what they already believe, because respect and learning are always appropriate. They develop and realize their greatest potential in this way. INFJs are capable of upholding their moral standards and adopting any viewpoints they choose without discounting those of others. It makes sense why they get along well with others and vice versa. Do you regard other people's beliefs as highly as you value your own as an INFJ? Number 4, they are able to offer genuine compliments. How the INFJ interacts with and treats people reflects their humble mentality. Instead of assuming they are better than others, they try to fit into and connect with everyone. INFJs believe that having a unique personality, a logically conflicting point of view, and living on a different frequency do not make them any less human. INFJs are exceptional achievers who are always mindful of inspiring and boosting their fellow men. They are also the best students in the class, willing to compliment their peers and give them confidence boosts. By doing so, it should come as no surprise that others, even strangers, prefer to be around INFJs. However, this does not imply that the INFJ can participate completely in any group. While they may compliment others, it does not imply that they have confidence in them. Number 3, their sense of humor makes interactions more lively. Even while INFJs may withdraw from a group, that doesn't mean they can't blend in and liven up talks. They can get others to engage with them thanks to their sense of humor. Who wouldn't want to chat, hang out, or connect with someone who has a lighthearted and humorous disposition? The INFJ has a contagious zeal. They can mix among a bunch of outgoing, extroverted individuals without losing much of their personality. They have the ability to be the quiet friend while still drawing attention to themselves. Because they are so intelligent, people pay attention when INFJs speak. They are humorous as well as instructive, which makes them seem more fluent than people could have anticipated. Their sense of humor won't necessarily keep people in their life, though. This ability is only utilized for brief interactions. However, do you believe that certain people only remain in your life because you are vivacious and funny as an INFJ? Number 2, they are diplomatic. Everyone enjoys spending time with tactful individuals, and INFJs are among them. They consider their ideas before sharing them. They never speak before thinking. They don't have a nasty disagreement with others' opinions or discard them when they think they are mistaken. In order to avoid regrets, INFJs always choose the moral high ground and give decisions careful consideration, regardless of how much they like to argue against an unreasonable reaction. They consistently opt to be the stronger individual. They assess the appropriateness of their objectives and thoughts. But does this mean that the general public will find them to be less sophisticated and more relatable? Despite being extremely courteous, sensitive, and empathetic to others, they nonetheless remain complex and are difficult for others to relate to. Number 1, throughout conversations, they pay close attention. INFJs can easily blend in since others enjoy their company. They enjoy airing their frustrations with the INFJ because they know they will be heard and understood. INFJs are not self-centered. Therefore, instead of waiting for their turn to speak during a conversation, they prefer to listen to other people's stories. They maintain the focus on others while pushing everyone to speak up, similar to how they don't continuously move it to their personal life. Their actions and attitudes reveal a sincere interest in other people's viewpoints, thoughts, and stories. They are aware that occasionally talking about themselves is appropriate. However, they tend to like making others the center of attention. But not always this kind of treatment is returned. So it comes as no surprise that INFJs never quite fit in. Do you, as an INFJ, prefer hearing other people's tales over sharing your own? All of these explanations help to explain why INFJs move around in different social circles. They have some traits that make them likable, which is why people like them. This does not, however, guarantee that they will like the INFJ for who they truly are. Does this reality harm you as an INFJ? Do you frequently switch between social circles?